Hey, this is Yoshi. This is Sunday update. We skipped the last week, so this is 2 weeks worth. Um, Starting with Hoya Village #1 here. There are some cuttings that I potted 2 weeks ago, doing really well. Those are new growth. About this much is 1 week worth, so it's pretty fast, right? Iris Mary here is the one that I water rooted. Give me some new growth here, right there. So that's pretty good. I moved some Hoyas to south-facing window. I thought we had a summer season, but we had a summer days. Only a couple days were hot. So some of them, it seems like a little bit of a overwatering because just doesn't dry up. But anyways, that's Jade, my wife's. But here's Australis. Campojo. It's starting to give me new shoots here. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, it's really hard to see from here, but yeah, it's little green things coming out. So here's macrophylia densa. I don't know if I've ever updated, but or show it to you, but this is doing really well. Those roots are all good ones, and this is the newest one right here and right here, and it's swollen up, so things are looking good. And here's some bandas that I bought from Carmela that I just made a video about. They're also doing really good. In the watering process, I lost some roots here and there, like snapped off, but they're doing good. I'm sure it's gonna branch out and make a new roots, but starting to give me new roots here and branching out here and there. This is from a Facebook purchase, Denisoniae. See, as you can see, it's doing really well. I just need a flower spike because I know it's supposed to be a flower size or blooming size. Anyways, here's a Pachella Derite also giving new roots. This is a new branching out right here and right here, so it's doing good. I'm gonna water later, but and here's another one. This is a new roots after I got it, and I can't see from here, but yeah, it's starting to make a new roots, so it's kind of exciting. Those are the seedlings. I sold one, yay. Not to worry about it, because if it grows and it grows, I don't really have to like give a deal or anything. I just bought it for myself to begin with, but I just wanted to keep 1 or 2 each. That's all what it is. So those ones that I got from Carmela also is going for sale on eBay. I sold one personally, but not from eBay. But anyways, that's pretty much it from south-facing bedroom window. I forgot about my humidity box. Reticularis, this is a longifolia. They are really doing good. In a few weeks, it's already growing super big leaves and stuff. Really hoping to see a flower spike pretty soon. Here's I think I updated a couple weeks ago about leaf making the roots. If you can see this, it's kind of cool. The roots, I'm sure it's gonna branch out and, you know, propagate itself. But you can see the trap. I don't know if it's good outside, if I should leave it inside or not, but it's growing, so I'm just gonna leave it alone like this and see what happens. It's not like I don't have enough longifolia anyways, but yeah, there's another leaf doing the same thing here. It's already making a leaf, so that's kind of amazing. And here's my multiflora rooting. These guys are doing well, and this side, yeah, this is ready to be potted for sure. It avoided the flower spike, or I should say peduncle. It made buds, but it didn't make it. I don't know why. I don't know if it's too much light or what. I don't know. But and this is a third one. I haven't seen it yet. It's nothing. But this piece actually rotted. I don't know why, but so I had to cut it up and restart it. So there's another Orchid, pubescens. It was covered in moss. The sphagnum moss was just taking over, so I had to cut them and expose the inside. And I think the light was too strong at the beginning, so a few of them, this is actual Orchid, right? They kind of died back like this because of the too much strong light, but now it's coming back, so I hope to see the flower sometime soon too. Here's a one exciting one, Heliumfolia minor. This one is growing, and here's another one, little one, is growing. This one is going off, but it's okay. This is the only, and then also my first Heliumfolia I've ever had. So I'm kind of learning. I mean, I kind of know the basics, but this is more of a hands-on. I'm trying to have experience now. As far as I'm concerned, I guess it likes a little bit more humidity. Those pictures, white gets white. This is white kind of. So when I spray, it gets bright green, and that kind of tells me it likes the humidity. So I'm kind of spraying time to time, maybe once in like 3 days or so. I don't know if that's enough or not, but it drinks a lot of water, that's for sure. This will be gone in like 2 days, so yeah. But anyways, it's not dying, which is kind of exciting for me because I thought I'm gonna kill it. But yeah, very beautiful plant. Here's a Rhaphidophila, what do you call it? Testa something, you know, the expensive mini monstera people call it. It may not look like it, but this is what it is. When we bought the cutting, it came with the leaves. It just died off. But I put this stem, hard stem. This is stem only. I put it in the water last winter, and I finally made a leaf, and working on another one. So this is pretty exciting. That's all happened in 2 weeks. Just this new leaf wasn't there 2 weeks ago. So here's a seedling update. This is a Hoya seedling. One of my viewer requested it. It's doing well. According to Doug Chamberlain, it should stay in the sphagnum moss even when it's matured. So I'm gonna leave it as it is. I don't need this many seedlings though, but We'll see what happens. Keeping it pretty moist. I don't water it actually. I put a spray. Sphagnum moss is only this much. At some point I'm gonna repot it into bigger pots, but at this point it's doing really well. It's making a new leaves and new stems, and yeah, pretty exciting. Well, talk about exciting stuff. This is one of the most exciting things happening right now. This is Hoya Imperialis Palawan. I made a video, and I keep updating this because it's just amazes me how it came back from almost dead. So you can see there are lots of roots, and this wasn't like this much 2 weeks ago. A lot of roots all of a sudden came out, and if you can take a look close here, there's another shoots coming off here. So yeah, that's pretty interesting, right? And this one also finally making new leaves. That's another exciting news. I don't know about this, but I think it's still going. Focus, thank you. And then here's another branching out here. This is also a new growth here. So the new growth everywhere. So at some point it's gonna just take over the little green house that I have. I don't know if it needs to be in the greenhouse or like a high humidity situation, because I have the other two regular Imperials red kind doing really well in the windowsill. The humidity is probably about 40 to 50, not necessarily high, but it's really doing well. So I'm just wondering if anybody know about humidity with this one. Let me know, because at some point I know it's gonna grow too large to stay in a little greenhouse. So yeah, leave a comment. Thank you. Here's a regular fowl that I don't update in regular base. It's a rescue from my coworker maybe 3 months ago or something like that. This leaf and this leaf was too late when I rescued it. It's not gonna dehydrate, but this is a new leaf after I saved it, so it's doing well. I was just hanging in like a semi kind of water culture, and it got too big to do so, so I switched to semi-hydro. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, it's doing well. It could actually go back to my coworker too, but yeah, we'll see. Well, my little monsters are awake now, so if they make a noise, forgive me. This is the IKEA and Rihanna. It's a little disappointing. I didn't smell anything. It's supposed to be fragrant, but also this is the first timer too. Flower didn't really last long either. I think it's 2 weeks. It bloomed a little bit before we went out of town. Yeah, so it's probably not even 2 weeks and it's already dying off, so it's a little bit disappointing, but otherwise it's got a cute little flower.
It's super cute.
It is cute. Yeah, it is cute, but I was just disappointed how long it lasted. And also
it's cute.
Yeah, well, my wife likes it. Here's one of the few plants that I got from a Spokane trip. Vanilla orchid. I killed 2 before, so finger crossed. I don't know what I'm doing right or wrong, so if anybody can help me, that'd be great. Okay, so this is one exciting thing. This wasn't rescue, was it? I bought it from Trader Joe's.
Yes.
Yeah. So I knew what it looks like. It looked like when I bought it, but of course Trader Joe's doesn't have an ID, so Trader Joe no ID on Oncidium. But the flower is pretty easy to find out what it was. It's Odontonia. Somebody said something else, but it's Odontonia. Pacific Paranoia, other side of cool. That's what the idea is. But you know, like I'm not gonna put it in a competition or anything like that, but it's not official, of course. And here's my heaven set. What was the variation? Sweet baby. It's full bloom. It's pretty cool, very pretty, and of course smells nice. Let me see, or let me smell. Yeah, it smells like a chocolate. Really nice.
Smells like nothing.
Really? You call it nothing? Come here. Come here. Okay, fine.
All the time it smells like nothing. Nothing.
No way. Smell well.
Nothing.
No way.
Nothing.
You are special. So here is positive side on cooler summer this year. Miltoniops is doing well. Now, granted, I bought this as it is, but all those new growth are growing, and I haven't even like take a close look. It needs repot, but I'm kind of hesitant. I'm afraid it's too late or something like that. I mean, in the end, I still have to repot it sometime soon, but it's doing well. There are lots of new growth coming out, and they're growing. So, yeah, hopefully I will see another spike somewhere if it matures enough. I don't know. We'll see. And here's kind of a cutting, Hoya cutting update. Onychoides. I also made a video purchase from Hoya. And this is the cutting that I made while I was putting it up, and it's already rooted. It's even more so. Oh, you can't see it. How do I do this? Here. There's the roots. More is coming pretty soon. I want to wait a little bit before I put it up, but and here's just what I found. This is Miltonia Sunset. It bloomed a while ago, so the first one and second one's flowers already gone. But there's a one also was growing here, and there's a spike here. Pretty exciting. It's gonna be a while to bloom, but maybe a couple months, maybe something like that. Yeah. Here is my Hoya macrophylia or philia. Macrophylia. Okay. I mentioned that it hasn't done anything since last end of summer. But this season, all of a sudden, this is a new leaf this year, and it's still growing. Look at that, and it will. Here's a new leaf coming up, and this is growing. It's going crazy, and if you can see, it's kind of a little hard to see, but there's a new leaf coming up. It's growing really fast now. Yeah, of course, this one's a new one too, so it's kind of exciting. Look at that one too. So, yeah, I don't think it's gonna flower anytime soon, but somebody asked on the YouTube that I watched, somebody got macrophylia and asked for the care, and you know, I don't really know if it's the right care, but it's under the light. It doesn't really have any light at all. It's a pretty dark place, but my LED light is really bright. Now the soil is really well drained soil, and that's pretty much it. I just water when it's dry, so I don't know, I cannot say anything else, but it's growing well now, so you know, I'm looking forward to good things happening on this one. Okay, here's another rescue fowl that didn't like any method of potting, so I kind of put it in a moss and mounting. Since then, it's a while ago too, maybe 3 months ago or something like that, made this leaf, and there's new leaf coming up, and the roots are doing very well. There's this new roots, and it's kind of hard to see, but there's a root. There it is. Oh, it's coming out like that, huh? That's pretty cool. So it's doing well. Okay, this is Dendrobium wilsonii. This is the one concerns me a little bit. This came, first of all, this is two plants in one pot. This one had leaves, but it fell. Now, though this is, I'm sure, deciduous type, but the other one still have leaves, and it's still growing. So I don't know what's up with this one, but yeah, we'll see. That's why I mounted it and see what happens. So yeah, I'm just still waiting on the result. Hopefully it's working. Here's a Dendrobium green inching. I didn't really know what to do with the Dendrobium in wintertime, and I think I overwatered it, so the roots died. And ever since then I kept it dry kinda, and then now from spring through up until now, I put it in a jar with the moist sphagnum moss, and gave it a growth and then roots. So I'm gonna put it back in a pot in a 2-inch, and the sphagnum moss. I'm gonna make it wet, and then just put it on, and then put the wire so that it will stay there. I'm not gonna actually tape the whole thing because, you know, it's not really much to show, but just an update. I think it's great that it came back, and then it's growing really well. So here is almost full bloom of sweet sugar dancing lily whatsoever. This is a rescue from Fred Meyer. So I saw the flower, but I didn't really see exactly what the full potential was, and now I know, and it's gorgeous. Look at the yellow lips. There's so many variation of this, and then I cannot really for sure say this is sweet sugar or dancing lily or whatever it is, but it's just gorgeous. That's all what it is. There's more coming up, and it's been about 2 weeks, so I don't know how long the flower will last, but yeah, it's just gorgeous. And yeah, I don't see any more new growth at this point, but hopefully it will show up sometime soon. Alright, here is another Sherry Baby type. I bought it from Trader Joe's, so I cannot really for sure say if this is Sherry Baby or whatnot. But while I was watering, I found the spike. So I have one more Sherry Baby type flower coming out pretty soon. And here are some of my Cattleya Alliance. Well, this is Rhincolalia. I guess, but this is a glauca. This is division, so technically it should be able to bloom next time the new growth mature. And so here is the new one. So this is coming up. This is from last year. I don't remember. I got it. March this year actually. From Orchid show from Mount Baker. And then there was not much of these roots, but now it's roots everywhere actually. This is a massive grower actually, and I'm really happy with this. And then finally got that new growth right here. So I don't know if it's gonna bloom in time, or I don't know if it's like a cold season bloomer, but yeah, it's pretty exciting. I saw this on the Miss Orchids Girls video before, and I just fell in love with it. Wanted to have that strong smell, whatever it is. So I'm just pretty excited about this. And this is another hybrid rescue. I have no idea what the flower looks like actually, but this one is from last year's growth, and no buds whatsoever. Yeah, no buds. And this is the new growth just gave me. Just showed up like a couple weeks ago. See, the 2 weeks just happens so quick. There's so many changes in 2 weeks. It's kind of interesting, but yeah, that's gonna take a little while. And this one, this is a sheath. So, and then I can see if I can go, there's something in there. So I think it's a spike. So I'm pretty excited about it. This is BLC Tropical Upgrade from Sunset Valley. So that's that. And then this one, this is the newest cane, not the cane, pseudobulb from coming from last year. I don't remember when, but yeah, this is the newest one. And then I thought it was a sheath, but it ended up as a leaf. And yeah, no spike, but this is a sunspot. It's also the rescue. So I don't really remember what the flower looked like, but yeah, this is BLC cross. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it as it is for this Sunday update. I'm gonna at one point probably this week repot Miltoniopsis and make a video for it. Hopefully I have time. I've been busy, but yeah, this will conclude the Sunday update for this week. And you guys have a good week. Bye. Oh, one more thing to add. It's a minor thing, but I cleaned my fan. It's kind of funny thing, but just the cleaning, the airflow went from 3 to 10. So yeah, I know I've been lazy about cleaning, but if you have the same situation and your fan is like collecting dust, maybe you should do that too, because airflow is pretty important. Anyways, have a good week. Bye.